Welcome back, everybody. I'm Jade Monkey. We're back here in DayZ. We're in Livonia Beta. Today is today's Wednesday, and I guess they extended this, or at least there's a few more of these experimental servers open. So we're going to be answering the question: when does this come out? When does Livonia come out? And when does 106 DayZ come out for PC, Xbox, and PlayStation 4? So there's been some information that's been kicked around, but there's still a lot of things that are up in the air. So we'll try to answer the things that we do know, which again are subject to change because, well, I mean, we'll get into that. But and we'll kind of give you an outline of what the process is typically for these things and why maybe we could still see it on the date that's been announced. So I have to be careful. I just transferred here. And I'm in a transfer zone. I'm running out of food. I'm double carrying. But that's very much me, isn't it? Okay, so when does this come out? So last we heard from the developers, and this wasn't on their direct Twitter feed or anything, but there was an Xbox, and I can't remember what it was. It was some sort of conference, some announcement for the fall quarter, for quarter 4, Q4. So in the announcement, they said that this Livonia was announced first, and then they said it would come out around November 13th. Now, since PlayStation 4 and Xbox One are so tightly I'm freaking out. They're basically on the same version, and they share the same database. So we're pretty much playing the same version. Like, I know there's some subtle differences between the hardware, but for the most part, we're playing the same thing. So when you see Xbox or PlayStation making that type of announcement, then rest assured that's when it's going to come out. Now, previously I said when this was coming out. So did I say November 13th? November 13th is when they said in the video. I should probably just sit here. I'd be safer. November 13th. Now, today being Wednesday, November 6th, it's pretty close to November 13th. Now, they could still release it on the 13th. They've given no indication that they're not going to, but at the same token, they haven't said that they're going to directly on their Twitter either. It was the announcement over on the Xbox. I forget what it was, but there was some type of big announcement for Q4. Anyways, and honestly, I was like, okay, are they going to release this thing all at once? Because typically the way this works, and bear with me here, you'll see the experimental version on the PC first, then you'll see it settle in, then when it's stable, it will be pushed to stable branch or live branch on the PC, and that becomes the active version that's for the PC. Why is that important? Because that version is then submitted to PlayStation and Xbox, or it's worked on for those versions, and then it's submitted for certification. Why does that matter? Because since they're both using the same database and it is the same version, they have to both pass certification for all of us to get it over on console, because we do primarily play on console. Specifically, we main on Xbox. But anyways, so this was kind of a curveball. They came out of nowhere and they announced this Livonia Beta. Let me go ahead and show you the reference tweets. Hopefully we don't get capped over there, but it could happen. I think the original announcement was, there we go, or this is them extending it. But this came out of nowhere, and they don't typically do this, do a beta, but also I should probably clear this up too. So a lot of people are like, hey, I'm not going to get the Livonia Beta. I'm waiting for the game to become more stable, and I get that. But this is important because 106 is coming with Livonia as well. Now, does that mean you have to pay for 106? No, it doesn't. So even if you don't buy the game, even if you don't, what am I saying? Even if you don't buy the DLC, you'll still get 106 and all of the things that came in 106. The ramped up survival, the new weapons, all that stuff. But it's just weird that this DLC is like in a beta state, but it's also 106. Here, I'll even show you. 106 right there in the corner. Pretty crazy, right? So that's why I can't really say for certain what the projected date is. Like, maybe it is still the 13th of November. I kind of hope it is, because like we've actually really, really liked Livonia. But it could also mean, because this is technically an experimental, and we don't know where they are in the process, it's like, okay, was this the first iteration? Because the fastest they've turned it around is like 2 weeks, right? From experimental to live to certification passing, and then going to PlayStation 4 and Xbox. So maybe it's been ready and it's been submitted, and this was just for like, this beta was just for testing balancing, and maybe it's already gone through certification. I don't know. They've given zero indication. And here's the other kicker. like I'm assuming this is going to cost money, but we have no idea what it's going to cost, right? Not a clue. So I'm going to guess anywhere between $15 to $30. $30 would be extremely steep, and I would be disappointed if that were the case. We'll still get it and play it for sure, but like that would be kind of a kick in the gut. I'm going to think it's going to be anywhere between like 10 or 15, but that's a big guess on my part. We actually don't know. The developers haven't even said that it's paid DLC yet, not officially anyways. So we have no idea. But I would say, and I should say USD for that. But yeah, so I would expect to pay something for it if you're going to get into it. If you're on the fence, wait, we'll be streaming it. We'll be playing it immediately. Like I said, we typically play on console, but I mean, this came out on PC only, the beta, so I was like, we're all over it, right? Just so we could see what's coming. And I was a little skeptical at first. Like, I was enjoying the map, like flying through Arma 3 and stuff, but like, I was like, okay, what's this going to be like? But it was actually a ton of fun. Like, the map is great, and it's been a ton of fun to play, and I can't wait for it to come out on the consoles. Like, we're going to have a blast on PlayStation 4 and the Xbox. Like, it's going to be a lot of fun, because you know the populations are very, very high there, which is awesome. It makes the game that much better. Anyways, so I would expect anywhere between, what did I say, 10 and 15? I think at the absolute most, it could go to 30, maybe 20. 20 would still be kind of a swift kick in the face, but honestly, we'll see. Like, until we know, and again, as we get more information from the developers, we'll let everybody know. Or if there's any hint or we see something somewhere else where it's a good indicator, we'll let you know. But yeah, as far as we know, it's still on course for the 13th. They've given no indication that it's going to deviate from that. So we'll keep our fingers crossed. What I would say is, let's see. So it would be anywhere between. Hopefully, I'm not rambling too much, and you guys are actually getting information out of this, right? I know. Okay, the turnarounds, the fastest we've seen is 2 weeks. Typically, it floats between 3 weeks to like a month and a week, so like 5 weeks. And sometimes it could be as long as 2 months. I don't think it's going to be 2 months. I really don't think it's going to be 5 weeks. So it could be anywhere between the 13th and like maybe the beginning of December? Question mark. There were so many curveballs here because they're trying to do this release as like a here it is thing. So there's a lot of wild cards there. So take that for what it's worth. It's our best guess, our best educated guess that we on the information we have now, and we've got a pretty good idea of what that cycle's like because we've been playing this as a preview, which is basically Xbox's fancy way of saying it's early access. We went through the development cycle for an entire year to see how fast they can flip it and get a good sense of like what it's like and you know all the good and the bad and stuff. So I'm gonna guess if it's not the 13th, it could be like 2 or 3 weeks out from there. So fingers crossed. I know we'll be playing a lot of this. I'll be getting this on PC as well. I'll be getting the map in 2 places. So we'll be playing primarily on the Xbox. There is talks about getting a PlayStation 4 again so we can play with everybody. So stay tuned for that. But here's some exciting news. Let me make sure I got all the information. But we might as well throw this out there. I do have a PlayStation 4 server now. I should say, okay, we have them for both. We have a community server that's open to the public right now on the Xbox. We have a server now on the PlayStation 4 that's open. Oh, I'm sorry. It's open to the members until November. What did I say? Was it until November 12th? And then it'll be open to everyone on PlayStation 4, our community server, the Boyfriend Squad server. It'll be open to everybody on the 13th of November. So what does that mean? Basically, a huge thank you to all the YouTube members out there. I basically made it available right now for YouTube members, and then on the 13th of November, it'll be open to everybody on the PlayStation 4. So it's like a, you know, come and get it kind of thing for people that have been supporting the channel. So it worked really well for our Xbox community server. That's what we did to kick it off. So I thought that was a lot of fun. And it was a nice thank you for those people that are supporting above and beyond. And, you know, and still a community server that other people can play on after that. So that was really important. If you're interested in that, it is the server is Boyfriend Squad, BOI, and it's in the North American region. So basically, there's no search feature yet on either console, so you'll just have to go to the B's and make sure you're looking for BOI. And then if you narrow it down to the North American servers, you'll be paging through less, which should make it a bit easier. So we've got that going. If you'd like to become a member, you just click the join button there. And it's not just the PlayStation 4 server. You'll have access to our custom emotes during the live streams. Oh boy. During the live streams. And you'll also have this fancy loyalty badge next to your name. during the live streams and on any comment you place on any video on my channel, which is pretty cool. So it's a cool way to stand out and show your support for the channel, and that's always appreciated. And a huge thanks to the longtime members and the new members. We really do appreciate that, and it helps a tremendous amount. Like, it's so hard to express that. I mean, it's easy to express it, but it's hard to show people just how much that does help. So I just want to say that I do appreciate it, and it definitely goes noticed, and it's always great. It's optional. You don't have to, but it's always nice. So thank you for that, and again, yeah, thank you to the viewers for making the channel and having a great community for DayZ. Speaking of which, we do have a Discord. Let me see if I can open this up, and hopefully nothing crazy is going to happen here. We do have a Discord that supports the entire DayZ community. That's PC, Xbox, and PlayStation. We got a place there for where people can talk about things. And we're on the Star Citizen section. Bingo, DayZ. We're down here, and that's for everybody. So please respect everybody's platform. That's always appreciated. And we do have separate server chats for the Xbox server, community server, and for the PlayStation 4 server. So restarts and, like, you know, it's basically global chat for those servers, which is pretty cool. So if you're interested, the link for the Discord is in the description below. And yeah, we do all kinds of stuff from Star Citizen to Conan to Rust. And I do post daily DayZ content in my DayZ Highlights playlist. A good reason to subscribe and then hit the bell to make sure that it's ringing. I guess there's 3 states to the bell, but basically the ringing is going to make it so you get those notifications. If you're interested, you don't have to. We do all kinds of goodies. We're going to be doing a lot of Star Citizen coming up here. Really excited for that. And if you're interested in our Star Citizen stuff, we've got a... Yeah, if you're going to sign up, I guess hit us up in the Discord. Let me know what the referral... Or let me know. If you're interested in signing up, we can give you a referral code that'll give you some extra stuff. If you want to. We've got a lot of cool Star Citizen stuff coming up now. So if you're down with that, if you like open world survival, it's like a space sim, or if you like sci-fi, it's pretty cool. I'm not going to lie. So yeah, I'd highly recommend stopping by the DayZ Highlights playlist. And we do have our first bear attack on there. And that's pretty good. And a lot of Livonia stuff. Not only the stuff from the beta, but things that we've kind of extracted before we got to play the beta on Arma 3. We were able to fly through the map. And we'll be doing some more of that after this beta goes dark. So yeah, and all things DayZ. If you're a new player, there's tons of guides in here too for, like, just regular Chernarus vanilla DayZ. So yeah. So hopefully this helped everybody out answering the question when and how much. At least we could ballpark it. At least I hope. We're semi-close. And we'll let you guys know in the future when we get more information, or anything really, when it eventually comes up. I was hoping we get it today, but we didn't. So stay tuned. All right, we'll see you guys in the next video. Love you. Ooh.